Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, all praises and double honors due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Wamalak Yahushai. Secondly, this is Brother Yardan, WFI Detroit, coming back at you with yet another cold cut. Today in this cold cut, we'll be touching on being worried, right? Which is nothing but a spirit, right? Feeling anxious is nothing but a spirit. Doubt is not only a spirit, but it's also sin, as the scriptures say. So, that's why I titled it, When I'm Hurting, What Do I Do? A lot of brothers and sisters, at the moment of affliction and tribulation, you may not know what to do. You may grab the bottle of wine. You may reach out to bad counsel, right? There's nothing wrong with counsel, but you reach out to bad counsel. You may pick up the remote, or you just may go to sleep. You choose a lot of negative outlets that doesn't really uplift or heal your spirit. It's just temporarily fixing the issue, right? When you're hurting in its truth, or when you're feeling afflicted or burdened, you never want to temporarily heal a spiritual issue, right? That's like putting a band-aid or tape on a cracked vessel. It's still going to leak out. It's still going to be sorrowful. So I want to begin with Psalm chapter 25, verse 2. Oh my God, I trust in thee. That's the first thing you have to remind yourself the moment you face affliction. Of course, you should want to thank the Lord for being able to, you want to thank the Lord, Salakia, that he brought a situation before you to face that affliction and to get stronger from it. But not everybody may be in that mindset, right? So for those who may not be in that strong David-like mindset or Maccabees mindset to just start thanking the Lord when affliction comes your way, the next best thing to do is to remember that you have to trust in him. Sometimes you just have to take a deep breath, calm down, and remember that the Lord Yahweh Shai is still watching over you. Because you have to remember that he's bringing affliction your way for a reason. That's why we know all things work together for the better. So again, in Psalms 25 and 2, O my God, I trust in thee. Let me not be ashamed. Let not mine enemies triumph over me. Your enemies is more than people in this physical realm, right? You may have enemies at work. You may have enemies within your family. But I'm more so speaking on the spiritual enemies, which is demons. And demons don't want to see you prosper. And that's why we call them our enemies, right? They are our adversary. They are against us every which way. Even Esau, right? Continuing on in Psalms 25, yea, let none that wait on thee be ashamed. Let them be ashamed which transgress without cause. And so in this psalm, we read about hope and trusting in the Lord. Because that's all you really can do. To trust in the Lord and remember to have your hope anchored. Like it says in the book of Hebrews, the 9th chapter. And I'll get to that later in the video. But I more so want to explain why worriness is evil and is just sin. Because you're going to end up affecting your household. You're going to end up affecting another brother. And the Lord's going to see that. And he wants to see you prosper and be strong and fortified in the moments of trials and tribulations. Right? When you're watching a movie, it could be an action movie. You don't want to see the main character just fall down and break apart every time, tribulation comes his way. You want to see him thrive. You want to see him kind of pull out the sword, have a blueprint, have a plan. You want to see action, right? That's what we're anticipating when we see action movies. We know there's going to be a rise and fall, right? But we're ready to see that main character, that protagonist, come up with a plan and to succeed and to prevail. So the Most High wants to see you prevail. He wants to see what's your plan of action. What are you going to lean upon? Are you going to lean upon the Bible, or are you going to lean upon that bottle of Tito's, right? That nasty bottle of Tito in your refrigerator. It says in Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5, Let your conversations be without covetousness, and content with such things as ye have. For he hath said, I will never leave thee, nor forsake thee. And I love the latter version, or the latter portion of that verse. The Lord said, I would never leave thee, nor forsake thee. And so in the times where you may feel or think that the Lord forsook you, those are the times where he's with you and over you. In fact, there's a poem that I think about a lot. I can't remember who wrote it. They say it's a mystery, but I'll give a quick synopsis. The poem illustrates a man walking on the beach, and he sees his footprints and he sees the Most High's footprints. Now, although he doesn't see the Most High, he still acknowledges and recognizes that those are his feet, those are his footprints. And so the times where he didn't see his footprints, he was kind of, wondering where the Lord went. And so he ended up asking the Lord, where did you go when I was going through my harshest battles? And in that poem, the Lord reveals that I was carrying you, which is deep, So that's just more comfort and words of wisdom to remind Israel that the Lord said he will never leave thee, nor forsake thee. And the Lord isn't a man that he should lie, like it says in the book of Titus, right? He's not like your uncle pastor that's just telling tall tales and saying, we'll build this church by next summer. We'll definitely have AC. Or it's not like a lie that your father told you, saying you're going to go to Disney World, but you never do. The Most High is not a man that he should lie. And so your hope shall always be rooted and grounded in him. It reads in Hebrews chapter 6, verse 19, which hope we have as an anchor of the soul, both sure and steadfast, and which entereth into that within the veil. So when it feels like your battery is draining, you have no more energy, and you still have to have that hope, right? Even as an anchor, because the instrument or the purpose of an anchor is designed to literally keep a boat from moving, keep a boat from swaying within the waters, keep it from being tossed to and fro. That's the entire purpose of an anchor, right? And that's how your hope has to be. Your hope has to keep you from being tossed to and fro, whether it be from doctrine, whether it be from men, whether it be from off dreams or spirits, co-workers, families, your own thoughts, right? Nothing in this truth should tip over the boat, right? And last but not least, which I should have probably brought up in the beginning, you want to analyze, why are you hurting, right? Because sometimes you may not know why you're hurting. You just may feel it. Maybe just feeling down for whatever reason. Well, the first thing you have to acknowledge and realize is that it's nothing but a spirit, right? In the same fashion that the Most High sent the evil spirit upon Saul, these spirits kind of just go to and fro. That's what it says in the book of Job. The Lord asked Satan, wherever so thou comest. And Satan responded, I walk to and fro throughout the land. And so Satan's going to be creeping up on your door, and you're going to try to enter. We know the Most High is knocking, right? But Satan is a wicked man, so he's going to try to break in your mind, and he can do that through man, right? Just by man alone, he can jump on man to say something to you, to break into your mind and just break down your ship, right? So you have a lot of people in the scriptures that struggled with their own type of hurt and affliction. For an example, and I'll quote them, I have them before me. You have Martha, Joseph, David. You have Yoda and Slakia for the mispronunciation. You have Yoida and Saint-Chi, right? If I'm pronouncing that right, which is found in the book of Philippians, the 4th chapter, right? They had strife amongst each other. We understand Martha, where she was stressed in serving everybody, to which Yahushua, who the world may ignorantly call Jesus Christ, responded, Martha, Martha, thou art cumbered with many things, right? Meaning you're worried and you're stressed out about things That's trivial. And you have to tell yourself that. You're worried about the wrong things. You're stressed over the wrong things. Even with Joseph, I'm sure one can righteously interpret. And by interpret, I don't mean, you winging it. I mean discern. One can righteously discern that he felt abandoned by his brothers, after being sold into captivity, and how much more being put in a in a damn chamber, right? Even with David, when you read in the book of Psalm 73, right, he felt some type of envy toward the heathen. So all of our forefathers and foremothers felt some type of hurt and pain, but at the end, you find out that there's comfort and hope within each of the characters I brought out. Within each of the accounts, you find that there's always some type of comfort and or hope. And so you have to remember that there's comfort and hope towards the end. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, as they say in this world. Right? And that's a true saying. Because the affliction that you endure is for but a moment and is light. Right? The Most High didn't command that you die upon a cross and get spit at by the heathen and get stabbed and get ridiculed in front of your family and friends. That was Yahweh's lot. So how much more heavier was his lot than ours? But with that being said, Abba Ratazah Israel felt some sort of comfort and have some type of idea on what to do when you're feeling hurt and worried. Right? Remember, worrying is nothing but an infection. And like any other infection, it's going to spread throughout the entire body. And so you have to cut it off with the spiritual sword. So with that, I'm going to bid Israel Shalom.